All I know is that tree came out of nowhere. So did that one. Yeah guys, look at this camping station we got set up over here. And what, pray tell, is that? Wait, right there, that. Oh yeah, we got a new drone to test out. Have you guys ever seen a Freya with so many trees? Yep, back at this spot at this Freya, so I don't have to get this drone register right away because it's a lighter than 250 gram drone. And this is the place that we're gonna be flying today. All the way over here, and I'm hoping over there. We'll see how far the range is. The range isn't supposed to be that far, but we're gonna give it a chance. Oh, do you guys see that? Yeah, it's right here. We got a Snaptain P30 Pro. Not exactly sure what makes it a Pro, because you guys do remember the P40 Lite that we flew. Now that drone was a Pro. Let's pull this out of the box and see if we can compare the two. I don't have the other one with me, Sylvester, but we've got this one, so let's take a look at it. Yeah guys, Snaptain reached out to us a couple weeks ago, asked us if we wanted to try their Snaptain P30 Pro. And again, I'm not sure exactly what makes it a Pro, but here it is. Now, let's just throw this out there. There's a lot of videos that have been made about this drone already. This drone's been out for quite a while. The one big thing that you guys are not gonna like, first off the bat, is it doesn't have a gimbal. So it's got a one-axis camera. It goes this way and that, up and down, and it's got some, I guess, shock absorbers on the sides, but it doesn't have a gimbal and it doesn't have EIS. So the footage that you're gonna get out of this drone isn't gonna be all that spectacular as far as cinematic. However, I think I might have come up with a use that could be applicable for this drone. So this is it. Don't pay attention to this. This is the remote ID module that I put on it. Now, again, like I said, we're gonna Freya, so I don't necessarily need this module, but I've got the module on here that's got a built-in, what is that, a strobe light. So when I lose this drone today, because I'm probably gonna lose it, I'm gonna have a easier time, I guess, finding it if I have this light on, so good deal. Anyway, I guess I can show you the drone because I pulled it out of the box already. This is the drone that we've got, and I've got to get, well, there we go. Let me just open it up. And I don't think this is a bad looking drone at all. I think it's actually got some really good qualities. It reminds me a lot of some other drones that we've flown in the past, but it does look like a pretty nice looking drone. Let me get the gimbal cover off and I'll show you what I'm talking about when it comes to the, I gotta get the sticker off, when it comes to the, what you call it, the no gimbal. So this is the camera that you're gonna have, and it doesn't have a gimbal like I said, it just has those shock absorbers, and the camera will go down and up. See guys, I didn't lie. I just noticed this, there's a little film on the lens there, so I need to pull that off of there for you. There, so you can get the satisfaction that I got. Isn't it always nice to pull those things off? And then of course we've got to pull these little cardboard things off of the wing, or off the propellers, so we can get the, jeez. Come on Kevin, don't let it beat you. I guess I'll just tear it off of there. And then there's one over here on this side too. Good grief. Oh, that one just came off. All right, so I got the wings free, or the propellers free now, thank goodness. Now, unfortunately, the setup that I got only comes with one battery. I'm not sure if this is available with more than one battery, but it comes with one battery. But what's neat about this is it comes with the charging block for your battery. A lot more companies are coming out with these charging blocks, and I think this is more convenient to have a charging block than it is to just be able to plug your drone in to charge it. I think it's, I don't know, it feels more high tech, or it feels more high class. I don't know what the word would be, but to me, it's better. So it comes with that, and then of course it comes with your standard controller that they give. And this isn't a bad controller. It doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. It does have metal sticks, or metal sticks there that are stored in the bottom. Now, another thing about this drone is this is a Wi-Fi based drone. So when you open this up, you're not going to have an area or a space for your wires, or your, what are they called? Cables to stick into your phone. This is strictly just a Wi-Fi based system that goes from your controller to your phone. And speaking of which, I gotta go get my phone. I didn't go far because the phone was in the bag down there, just under the camera. Here, I can pull up my other phone and I can show you guys in the meantime what the weather's like. I'll pull up air data. I'm telling you what, the weather is perfect right now. We got some windy conditions here. However, the temperature is only 59 degrees, hence the hoodie. But 59 degrees, guys, I don't think you can get much better than that. I might want to hurry up and get this done because in just about an hour or so, we're going to get gusts up to 30. So yeah, I need to get this done because this is a light drone and it could probably get blown off course pretty easy. Now, seeing that it's only got one battery, our time here is going to be limited. I did charge the battery all the way up and I charged the controller all the way up before I left the house. And I also charged up this RID module with this light because the battery on this RID module will last 4 hours or so. So if I lose the drone, it'll give me a little bit of extra time to try to find it. Now, this drone does have a Find My Drone feature, so that's pretty neat. Not every drone has it. A lot of them do, but not every drone has it. So that's a pretty cool feature that they put in there. I guess they expect people to fly this thing like me and to lose it. All right, well, another thing, unfortunately, I got to do this morning is I got to put on my, or this afternoon is I got to put on my glasses because the phone that I'm using is the phone that I can't see with these polarized sunglasses. So I got to use my regular old man glasses. So sorry about that. You got to see my eyes today. All right, while the phone's booting up, I'm going to go ahead and get it put into place. And I'm going to get the, make sure none of the buttons are being pushed. Where are the buttons at? I think we're good. But I'm also going to get the sticks put in to the controller, and hopefully I don't drop them. Actually, these might be plastic. I thought they were metal. No, they're metal. Ouch, that hurts. So the first thing I got to do is get the battery put into the drone. It's just like any other drone, guys. You just take the battery with the labels up, shove it in there until you hear that click, and now it's in there nice and strong. Now, while I'm waiting on the phone to continue to boot up here, or whatever it's doing, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the remote ID, and we're going to let it try to connect and get its, I guess, satellites. There we go. Just a quick push of that button and it'll turn on the flashing light. So I'm going to hit it again, and we'll go to that. I think, well, this might be easy. Yeah, that might be the easiest one to see if it gets lost in the trees. Think I'll be able to find that? Let's go ahead and get the landing pad put in the middle of the sun here, away from all these trees. We'll just go right there. Man, it never, ever works. That's better. I may be able to find that. All right, I'm going to get the drone put over there on the landing pad and then get everything, I guess, turned on. I got my satellites. See how it's blinking slow? All right, guys, so the process is to turn on the drone first. So you push down on the button and you just hold it down, and it'll make that sound. That's the Snaptain music, the welcome music. And I'm going to set the drone back down and turn the controller on by pushing this button here once and then holding it down. And now the controller has come on. Now, on this controller here, you guys can see in the bottom, this screen here is pretty much useless in any type of sunny condition. So don't rely on that to really point you in the direction that you need to be. Now I'm going to go to settings here, go to network and internet, go to Wi-Fi, and we're going to search for Snaptain, and right there it is. See how strong the signal is? I'm going to hit connect. It says security weak, obtaining IP address. So I think we're okay there. And I think we're connected. Oh, we don't need internet. All right, so I think that we're good. So now I can get out of that and I can go over here to the Snaptain Fly app, which is right there. And that's going to pull that up. And we should have, if I hit start, we should have an FPV feed. And we do. Look at that. That's a strong FPV feed too. Let me pull the gimbal up. Yeah. All right. So now the gimbal's all the way up. I keep saying gimbal, but I mean camera. It doesn't have a gimbal. But whenever you pull the camera down, you go down like that, it's not really very smooth. So expect that as well. So the screen actually looks pretty good. I'm going to go over here and sit down for a second. And I'm going to launch the drone and we're going to do a little bit of a tug test and see what happens. Actually, you know what? We'll just do it right here. So let me pull the sticks together. It's supposed to have a one-button launch. I haven't figured that out yet. But here, we'll do what we normally do. And we raised him up, and he's kind of moving around just a little bit. Did I wait long enough for the satellites to kick in? All right, we've got 16 satellites. So I think we've got, yeah, we're in GPS mode. It's set up in the upper left-hand corner there. So he is moving up and down just a little bit, not too much. Let me raise him up a little bit more. And we'll get the GoPro up to him so we can have a little bit of a, I guess, a view of what he looks like up close. All right, well, he's starting to sink a little bit, and he's starting to, yeah, he's going down to the ground. Why is he doing that? He's landing. Let me pull him up in the air. That was weird. I wonder why he was doing that. Let's see here. It doesn't look like he's going to be too solid. Now he's raising up on me. maybe I need to land him and have both hands on the steering wheel here. I'm not gonna land him, I'm just gonna pull him down like this. But I think he might have caught a gust of wind there. But altogether, the drone looks pretty good while it's flying. It's just a little bit shaky. Look at the birds behind you, buddy. Are you scared? Are you trying to lower down because you're scared of the birds? Yeah, he's lowering it down pretty good there. I'm not sure why he's doing that or why he's making all those sudden movements. I'm gonna let him sit there and hover for a second, get the GoPro put back, and yeah, we'll see what happens whenever we go for a distance test. All right, I want to test his stability here. I'm looking directly into the sun, so I need to be on this side. Let me lower him down a little bit so we can see if he's going to get himself back to his GPS location. Because he's got, how many satellites does he have now? He's got 17 satellites. Let me grab a hold of his leg and see if he's going to fight to get back to where he's supposed to go. It looks like he is. He's a little bit higher than he was, but he maintained his spot, which is good. I think he's got his center now, so that's cool. Hi drone that's not named yet because we're in a FRIA. How you feeling? Are you ready for this? You look like you're scared. Why are you going up? Huh. I need you to stay down here for me, please. Yeah, that's better. I don't know. We'll see if you're going to work out or not. All right, so I'm just going to point over to this direction here. And yeah, the video footage or the feed is pretty shaky. So I want to just raise them up in the air and I want to see how far we can go and keep our signal. I just want to fly forward here. He is really sinking a lot. I don't know, guys, watch the height and the feed there, but he's really sinking a lot. Now, I'm not going to go fast because this is his maiden voyage and I don't really want to lose him, but it's supposed to have a 500-meter range, and I'm only going to go out. You know what I didn't do? I didn't do a GPS calibration. I think I was supposed to do a GPS calibration. Anyway, I stopped him. The maneuverability, or the sticks seem to be doing what they're supposed to. He's moving forward, isn't he? Oh, no, you know what? He's not. I think he's in beginner mode. Let me lower him back down here, close to where I'm at, and we'll get out of beginner mode. I forgot to look at that. I probably should have done a bunch of things before I just lifted him up in the air and started flying him, huh? All right, so right now he's hovering pretty much right above us. I'm gonna hit the thing right there, and we'll get out of beginner mode. At least we're in feet. Quit beginner mode, yes. So our flight distance is 98 feet. Let me move that up to, we'll just go up to, let's see if we can get it to 1,000 feet. I don't think we're going to be able to get it that far. Flight altitude, we'll just go ahead and raise that all the way up. And then return home altitude, I think we're going to have to put it probably around 120. Yeah, 127 is good. Now let me get out of this screen. And honestly, the picture doesn't look too bad. Let me take a picture while we're sitting here, and we'll see how good the picture is. Let me raise up in the air a little bit though, because that water over there looks pretty cool in the picture feed. I think that, whoops, what the heck was that? I think it's a little sensitive whenever it comes to the camera movements there. Now, let me just go ahead and snap a picture here. I think it's going to probably be more useful for pictures. And the thing I want to do later, if I have time, hopefully I do, is I'm just going to test them out as far as like an FPV would go, because an FPV drone. Because yeah, it's a GPS type drone, but with the footage as bad as it's going to be, I don't think that it's really going to be useful for gathering any type of cinematic footage. Let me hit record here. We'll see if the SD card is going to record. It says it's recording. You know what I didn't do? It says it's recording. It's going, if in the upper right hand corner you see the number going down from 119.32, and it's, yeah, 131, so there should be a recording on there. Let's get him back up in the air and fly off, and we'll keep our eyes on that distance. Now, the battery is already dying in the drone, so we're not, I don't think we're going to have very long to fly here. But I'm just going to fly out here, see if we can maybe go 800 feet or so. Now with the Wi-Fi drone like this, you're going to be lucky to get probably 500 feet. And I got to find out real quick where the return to home button is. Why is he stopped at 111 feet now? He's not moving out any further than 111 feet. Let me go to the right here. That's weird. Let me go back to the settings. Why is it? Oh, you know what? I didn't hit save. That's my problem. So let me go back over here and we'll go flight distance of 1,000 feet. And then flight altitude will go all the way up. Return to home altitude 127. And you got to hit save. Yeah, rookie mistake. Guys, I'm still a rookie. What can I say? All right, so let's just go straight forward here. We'll keep our eyes on that signal and on the feed. I'm not even gonna really be looking much at the drone. Honestly, I'm looking at the screen and the telemetry numbers, because the drone is so close right now, it's not a problem seeing it. I can look right up there and find it without any issues. All right, so we're a couple hundred feet out. The signal looks great, like it's a full signal, and the drone's getting blown pretty much sideways there. Now, that's because it's got a gust of wind from the side, and it doesn't have a gimbal to straighten that camera out. So I guess I need to probably raise it up just a little bit more. We're 350 feet out. I don't anticipate being able to really get much past 500 feet without having some sort of block or some sort of breakup on the FPV feed. So far though, the FPV feed looks good. I don't see any breakup on it, and we're 600 feet out. He's taking a beating right now though. Look at how much he's moving around. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should keep going or not. Yeah, I can still see him. I mean, he's pretty close. Well, there we go. We got some feed breakup right now. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to tap return to home, and we're going to see how close he can come back to his home spot. Slide right to return. Okay, hopefully he's going to turn around and we'll get our feed back. And yeah, he raised up to 128 feet. I hear a helicopter around here somewhere, but I don't see it. I guess I need to probably... he's gone now. I never did see that helicopter. Maybe it was an airplane. It was just kind of high. All right, so he's coming back. He's 600 feet away. I'm going to get the GoPro. We're just going to let him land, even if he lands in the grass. We're just going to let him land because, yeah, why not? Maybe he'll break a blade or something. All right, so he's 350 feet away. He's pretty much right over top of us. It seems like it's kind of funny how close 300 feet actually is. But is he gonna, if he tries to land on top of me or on top of the truck or in this tree that's beside us, we might have a problem. But I think that he might be okay. Let me pull the gimbal down, straight down, and see what he's looking at. If I can pull the gimbal down, there we go. Now, is he looking at the truck? Is he looking at the, he's reorienting himself right now, but is he looking at the truck? Or I can't tell because I didn't put that little marker down. I think he's gonna be fine though. I don't think he's close to those trees. I think that's a little bit deceptive. All right, let me pull up the GoPro and we'll just watch him land and see how close he's gonna be to that landing pad. Looks like he's gonna be pretty close actually. He's coming down really slow. All right, no name, Snaptain, that kind of rhymes. I don't know if he got a gust of wind there or if he's trying to fine tune himself, but he moved left really, really fast and he's gonna slam into the ground. That wasn't a very smooth landing there, buddy. The RID module's still there, so that's good. All right, I don't think that was too bad of a fairing. I think he did pretty good. Let me pull the gimbal back up because we've still got the screen recording going. Going the wrong way there. There, I got the gimbal all the way up, but I don't think that was too bad. Now what I want to do is I want to lift him up. I want to just kind of fly him around all these trees and see if we can do sort of like an FPV flight and see if that's going to work. I would try all the smart functions, but the battery's dying pretty fast. I mean, it's already down to less than half. It's supposed to be a 31-minute battery. I think that was less than a 5-minute flight, so I don't know. It's not looking so good. All right, let's get him started back up by pulling the sticks together. We'll just raise him up here and let him get his bearings. I really think that's not a bad looking drone, but he's raising up himself. I'm not touching the stick, you see? Now he's lowering himself down. So yeah, he's got a little bit of movement there. He's not perfect, so this might not be, is he gonna land? Again, I'm not touching the sticks. Barely off the ground like he is. It says he's 2 feet high, but he's not. He's probably a good maybe foot. Oh, there he goes. He's raising himself back up. I'm not touching the sticks, guys. So he's got to find that bearing, or he's got to find his bearings before I feel comfortable with flying him through these trees. All right. Well, you think that's good enough? I do. All right, man. Are you ready to? Are you ready? Why are you sinking? Are you ready to go through these trees? Are you going to hit the ground whenever I'm flying straight forward? Come on, man. Come up. Stop sinking like that. Might have some work to do with you. I don't know. All right, I'm going to get you flown over this way so I can go sit down in my chair. Let me just fly you straight forward and down. And that way we can sit in our chair and we can just kind of watch the screen and we can fly. All right, so now I'm sitting in my chair. Let me hold him up right there. And we'll get the GoPro over here where I'm at. He just crashed himself. What did you do? Well, guys, there he is. He kind of crashed himself right over here. I wasn't even touching the sticks and he crashed. There's the truck. Look how close we are. He didn't make it very far. But that's what could keep today interesting, right? I don't know, guys. It might just be too windy. Let me get him started back up again. Hopefully he's in the camera. Puts the sticks together, raise them up. And we're just gonna let him sit there and hover for just another minute. And I don't think that my phone is as bright as it could be. So while he sits there and tries to crash himself again, I'm gonna go over here. There it is. I'm gonna pull this all the way over so I can have a brighter screen. There we go. Man, that's so much better. He's gonna land again. Why is he doing that? All right, let's just go forward here. We'll just fly nice and low. We'll see how fast he can turn. Doesn't look like it's too bad of a, I mean, the maneuverability is not bad. And now he's maintaining his height now that I'm flying him instead of just letting him hover. But he's going pretty slow, so I think we're in like a cinematic mode. So let's see how fast we can actually get this thing. I think there's also a fail-safe return to home mode. So if his battery does die, there's going to be like a limitation to how far he can go away from home, and there's going to be a automatic return to home initiated. But it seems like the maneuverability is pretty good, guys. I don't think it's bad at all. Let me see if I can turn to the, oh, there's a tree right there. Let me back up. He's going to hit that tree. Oh, that was close. So when I backed him up, he sunk quite a ways. So let me raise him up just a little bit more. Maneuverability, though, like I said, doesn't seem to be too bad. I'm not sure how this video footage is with flying like this, but it seems like it's okay. And that was a wide turn. Wow. All right, so let's do this. Let me stop him right here. I'm gonna hit this speed mode on the controller. You guys can see that. One beep. I'm not sure what it's changing to. I'm just hearing one beep. So maybe there's only one speed. Let me go forward and see if we're going any faster than we were a minute ago. So he's flying straight towards that tree at 16 miles an hour. So it's getting a little bit windy over there. I think he might end up crashing into that tree. I'm not really sure. So we're going at 13 miles an hour. Doesn't seem like it's too fast. I'm going to stop him and turn him around this way, back towards us. Yeah, he's kind of close to that tree, isn't he? And hit that button again. And we'll see if we can go faster than 17 miles an hour. Because that's, oh yeah, we're going 18, 20. So we must be in normal mode now. Well, now we're at 17 miles an hour. Where'd he go? There he is. Now he's at he was at 17 miles an hour. Let me hit the button again and see if it slows him. Yeah, it slows him down. So I think there's only two modes. There's going to be like a cine mode, and there's going to be a normal mode. I don't see a sport mode here. It doesn't seem like he's flying in any type of sport mode because he's kind of slow. But like I said, though, the maneuverability so far, whoa, let me turn him around here. Maneuverability seems like it's pretty responsive. But to me, yeah, this seems to me to be more like an FPV type drone where you can fly low and just maneuver fast. So I think that's how this drone is going to be used for me anyway. Hopefully I don't hit that. Oh, there's a tree. I'm going to hit the tree. Yep. I just hit the tree, guys. I wonder if he landed on the ground because the Wi-Fi signal is weak. So now it's beeping. Oh, crap. I think it might have disconnected it. I wonder if the battery came out. I don't even remember which tree it was, if it's this tree or that tree. I'm going to have to go find him now. It says Wi-Fi signal and current photo video recording is disabled. Please fly the drone with caution. So let me go over here to the to try and find the drone. Let me see if I can find this drone. So what is it bringing up here? I'm just going to start walking towards that area and see if I can figure out which tree this is in. Let's just walk over to this tree here. It looks to me like the arrow disappeared. So I'm walking away from where it looks like I'm walking away from it, but I know it was over here somewhere. What I could do is maybe use that RID module to find it. I'm pretty sure it was this tree over. Yeah, I think I see it on the ground right now. I'm walking closer to it though, right? I mean, it looks like my little arrow is getting closer to the drone, and I'm looking at it right over here. So, yep. I think we found our little friend. That wasn't a very fun flight, was it there, buddy? But I see the light too, so that's good. His arm bent backward. That's what it is, guys. The battery The battery came dislodged right here, you see that? But the remote ID light's still going. That didn't really help me much, but you know, it was at least worth a shot. Have we learned a lesson today? Probably not, right? This is called the walk of shame. All I know is that tree came out of nowhere. All right, guys, well, overall, I would say the Snaptain P30 Pro performed well. Now, it did have its limitations with distance. We lost the Wi-Fi connection, or we had some feed breakup around the 750 foot mark or so, but it did everything else that I tested. It seemed like it performed flawlessly until I crashed it. All right, guys, well, I want to thank Snaptain for sending us this drone to let us try it out. I think the one improvement that they could make is obviously the gimbal, but other than that, it seems like a pretty solid Wi-Fi type drone. All right, guys, as always, I want to thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great week. God bless.